AI is just ripping apart these industries that were based on moats of creative execution. I mean, that was the LA moat, creative execution. You know, I'm going to put all the creative executors in one place, and then no one can touch us, and that has survived for 100 years. You know, and AI has just eradicated creative execution as a moat. Now we need ideas. We're in the idea age. So my daughter was telling me how terrible this future is, where AI is has essentially. Her argument is it erodes creativity, it eradicates creativity, because in her mind, and I said to her, you're seeing the act of creation as the execution of creativity. And in that world, yes, you're right, AI is going to kill creativity. But I see creativity as the idea. And in my world, if I'm right, actually AI unleashes creativity, because it's if the creative act is in the idea, now we're in the age of the idea. I don't know, what do you think? Where do you think creativity lives?
Anybody can start a business. They always have. Like, are the barriers to entry coming down? Yeah, and they have been coming down for quite some time for people to be able to launch. But what I see is there's a big difference, meaning that, like, I look at AI as an opportunity, even on the creative side, where, you know, AI, at least what we're seeing today in like chatbots and some of these other things, is it gives you like the best of the median. And what I look at is like, it gives true creatives an opportunity to really break out, because the level of like creativity of people that are truly just using AI to like generate ideas, like the bar is going to be so low. I feel like there's going to be this enormous opportunity to elevate. We may use AI to brainstorm off of, come up with concepts, maybe think through like how to frame it. But we don't replace like our writing and our ideas. Same thing on the recruiting. And this is just kind of my philosophy, and this might be a hot take, but like where AI is right now, you know, it is the most amazing exoskeleton for humans that we've ever had. It makes us more efficient. It makes us more effective. It can do so many things. But the act of it like replacing entrepreneurs or replacing some of these things, I don't see it. I just look at it as tremendous opportunity.
This is the Renaissance. This is the next level of creativity and humanity that's getting unlocked. A whole change to the way creativity happens, and a whole new way to express ourselves. I mean, all the Industrial Revolution did was take processes that humans did and automate them. Yep. The Renaissance did something different. It changed the way people created. And I can understand the fear, of course. Hey, I own a business too. I'm a Vistage member. I own a business. I think for sure everything that we've done today is going to be changed. Like all the rules are going to change of how we create value. But I find it exciting, not scary. The reason I think it would be easy to be upset right now is because I've invested, as you can see, and it's easy to think, wow, everything I've done for 30 years is about to get flushed down the toilet, and now all my moats, all the value I've created, my unassailable position in the marketplace is going to be eroded. Yeah, that's true. But what's also true is I can have an idea on Tuesday, and by Wednesday, it's living in the market, impacting the world. I think the juice is worth the squeeze. I do.
You know, when we think about recruiting, we think about recruiting much like a sales process. And so how we think about AI is different than probably how some other folks, you know, you're playing in this space right now. How do you see AI impacting and influencing and evolving kind of the sales process?
I think you first have to ask yourself, what is sales? And you're right. There are those people that will take a very much a Dale Carnegie, how to win friends and influence position. Sales is a relationship game. And I will create my sales strategy all around relationship and multi-threading. And by the way, when I use that phrase relationship, it would be easy to discount it and say, okay, that's very 1950s. And it is. But that doesn't mean it's not true. I mean, it's a fundamental truth that humans are tribal. And so it is true that that relationships will create status and influence, for sure. But as Rory Sutherland says, the opposite of a truth can be another truth. I could put down my copy of How to Win Friends and Influence People, and I can pick up my Challenger sales book. And in there, I can give great analysis as to how leading sellers challenge and do not in any way strive for a relationship. In fact, work hard to try and kill the relationship in many ways. It's like they will take a counterpoint of view from their prospects. And the thesis of how to win friends and influence people is the sale will come from the relationship. The thesis of Challenger Sale or Spin by Rackham is the relationship will come from the sale. I believe that a seller or a seller's primary responsibility is to inspire somebody to make a great decision. And it's kind of, what does that person need? And I think different people at different times need, and at different parts of the sales process, need a different manifestation of the seller. I think there are times for a relationship, and I think there are times for a challenge. I think there's if I can recognize that sales is inspiring a great decision, I believe there's a difference between order taking and selling. So have I inspired somebody to create a decision? And I'm going to use all the tools that I need to use to inspire somebody to make a decision that wouldn't happen without my help. Now, how does AI fit into this? Is it relationship? Is it human to human? Yeah, I think it is human to human. But that journey of helping, inspiring somebody to create a great decision, that journey has got so many moments in it. And most of that journey happens when the buyer is not in front of the seller. That decision that gets inspired is about 5% of that decision happens while the seller's in front of the buyer. Now, they're important 5%, but it's only about 5%. The rest of the time, you've got trust being creative online. There's moments of education that's happened. There's moments of inspiration that's happened. There's product marketing, there's performance marketing, there's brand, there's trust being created. I'll give you an example. And let's imagine that you are the VP of sales for a recruitment company. Yeah, you own a recruitment company. Let's imagine you're a VP of sales for a recruitment company. And you're getting ready to discuss this with your board, let's imagine, or with the CEO, or with an owner. Let's imagine your VP of sales was coming to discuss it with you. Now, to do this job at a level of excellence, I can get very creative. I can prepare for you a briefing note for you to use with your CEO. And so my system, which is AI supported, in fairness, I have adopted a hell of a lot of AI. I've embraced a lot of AI in my company. So my system is going to tell me to create for you. It's going to have read the transcript of our sales call, and it's going to prompt me to send you a briefing note to arm you for your conversation on Tuesday with the CEO. And it's actually going to prompt me to send you this briefing note. It's going to write the briefing note in a way that you would want to share it, right? So it's not going to be a biased, hey, here's why you should buy Carlos. This is going to be a true pluses and minuses, a good balanced review about whether you should buy Carlos. And it's going to get sent to you on Friday. I am going to rely on you reading that and going, wow, I'm going to send that to the CEO to prepare for our meeting. And now guess what? I've owned the message. I have owned me sat in Miami, you're sat in California, and you're in a phase of your buying process that I can't get near, and I owned it because I sent you a briefing note that you didn't ask for. And that's one thing out of 1,000 things that AI as a technology can unlock. It can unlock at scale excellence, whatever excellence looks like. It can unlock at scale accountability, the secret sauce of business. It can unlock at scale best practice and skills development. So I don't think it's not about does the AI replace the human? It's about does the AI unlock a whole new level of human, whole new level.
Is AI helping you think through like what these things are, or are you like, hey, this is a sales process, this is a good sales process, and then here are the different things out of those 1,000 that like AI is going to make you more efficient and be able to deliver that level of excellence?
The first thing it does is it frees up some time, right? Because you need time to think about this stuff. If you just go in like fight to fight, sale to sale, there isn't enough mental bandwidth open or calendar bandwidth open to address some of this stuff. So it does a great job of freeing up mental bandwidth and time bandwidth to at least open a space for this thinking. So that's the first thing it does. Well, it's very good at knowing what best practice is. You know, it's very, very good at knowing best practice. And it's very good, even if there's no best practice in single source codified anywhere, it's really good at drawing best practice from a bunch of different places. So, you know, it's wonderful it's a wonderful thought partner for how should a funnel run? How should a pipeline run? What's sales enablement? What's best practice in sales enablement? What's best practice in RevOps? What's best practice in creativity, in creative lead generation, in performance marketing, in product marketing, in brand marketing, in what's the best practice in terms of nurture? So it's great at pulling best practice into one place. And then because you've now got a little extra time and you've got this like super co-pilot with an IQ of 250 or whatever, you've got this great IQ co-pilot. I can devote some time to working with it and then it'll execute. So then it can create the assets that go. It can help you create a roadmap. It can help you create funnels. It can help you create technology that automates a lot of stuff or will fit within your current tech stack. It can fit beautifully within your current tech stack to automate processes and superpower you. Are we gonna do I see a future where the selling is gonna happen by AI? I think I'd be foolish if I didn't see. I think it would be naive to think that the selling isn't one day going to happen with an AI engine where the human is. No, you know, I can't believe it. I can't believe that a human is not going to be there in it. It's just they're going to do less and less of it. But the cream's going to rise to the top. So they're going to be doing the more value impactful parts of it and less of the grind and the drudgery.